Bom dia! The past few years have been a whirlwind for us. Our new adventure has changed our lives. As we got older and retirement loomed closer, we felt the need to take advantage of our time together while we were still healthy. Like everyone, we had grand dreams that became less grand as we got older, because we still didn't have enough money to make them happen. We visited places on vacation, found fantastic places online, and created a laundry list of these awesome places, but struggled to figure out a way to get our money together to live now. People all around the world from all different walks of life feel this way inside at one point or another. Today, we want to show you the wonderful opportunities that are out there and the life you can create. We did it on under $2,500 a month for a couple. Let's talk about it. To introduce myself, I'm Alan, and I'm here with my wife Leslie, our son Wolf, our dog Greer, and Rex the cat. We are from the United States and now live in Portugal on the beautiful Island of Madeira. In our time on the island, we have created a YouTube channel, It'll Be Fun, where we show our adventures, discuss what we have learned, and provide guidance for others looking for the same. With you here, you must want to turn your dreams into adventures like we have. So, what did it take for us to make the leap? After looking at so many places that might fit our needs, let me see if I can sum up what we were looking for. We wanted to create an adventure for the next stage of our lives that would allow us to live on just Social Security if we needed to. Because you just never know what tomorrow will bring. We were willing to adjust our dreams, but definitely not to reduce them. So our list is very much the same as it always was. We wanted ocean, mountains, nature, great temperature, available flights to easily get back to see family or for them to come see us. You know, think Hawaii. We also needed our adventure to be cost effective. I know I already told you this, but it is important because we really didn't think we could ever make it happen. So, not Hawaii. Just like most of you, we started our search in USA. Think Florida, Arizona, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Kentucky, because these areas can be cost effective. We're viewer supported. If you enjoy our videos, we invite you to join our Patreon community. Next, to add the cost effective, we needed quality, affordable healthcare. This was also at the top of the list. I am not getting any younger, and Leslie is 8 years younger than me. The numbers told us that if we stayed in the U.S., somebody was going to have to work just for health care. Again, we were just not willing to give up on the dream. So, now enter international living. They helped us to open the doors of our minds, taking our adventure outside of the U.S. You don't have to be special, well-traveled, or wealthy to live the life of your dream. You just need courage and to find new friends out there to trust, follow, or mimic. So our search took us south to Mexico, Ecuador, and Costa Rica. And for one reason or another, we ruled them out. We traveled to Europe, taking a look at Ireland, Spain, France, and we finally found Portugal. Madeira, Portugal. It had everything. Fantastic food, a wonderful European culture, great temperatures, and very few bugs. All the important stuff. First, let's talk about our new lives. We wake up every day to look out the window at the mountains here on the island of Madeira. They are as tall as the Smokies. I tell you this because we moved to an island in the middle of the ocean and dreamed of views of the water every day. We had no clue how much we'd fall in love with the mountain views. We will never get tired of it. We found the fantastic ocean views to be a secondary bonus. Our apartment is a 2-bedroom and 2-bath unit with 2 balconies. Total square feet, about 1,200. Selling our house and moving to an apartment was a big concern. We hadn't rented in over 40 years, let alone lived without a yard. We are from the Midwest. Leslie is a horticulturist and I am a mechanic, so you can imagine the size of our garage, sheds, and the beauty of our gardens. Our first big hurdle was letting go and allowing the new venture to happen. We had to get out of our own way.
Once we figured out where we were going, obviously there were worries that came into place. What were you specifically worried about in preparation for?
Well, the whole aspect of moving to a different country and then having to pare down everything we owned was daunting. I had 50 years accumulated of automotive tools of everyone known to man, and I couldn't bring them. I had to pare it down to where I could just use the tools necessary to bring the car, a 1970 Volkswagen Beetle that had to come, and I just brought tools so I could work on it. I ended up selling both my motorcycles, giving away a lot of my tools to my other sons in the United States, and then selling everything else that I couldn't bring. So that was probably one of the hardest things for me. It took me a full year to do that.
The hardest thing to give up
Was, of the garage and not having the tools.
Yeah.
But, they were unnecessary at that point. I really only need tools to work on one car now. And I brought them.
We wanted to create and improve quality of life. I was ready to retire, and even though I had worked since I was 15 years old and saved throughout my life, we knew we just didn't have enough to create the adventure we dreamt our retirement would be. What we did know, that we weren't afraid to figure out how to rub the nickels together to make it happen. That meant that maybe our dream was just going to have to adjust a little, and I don't mean less than our dreams. So here we are in Portugal, traveling through Europe, sitting in the cafe, people watching, walking along the promenade and enjoying the ocean views, hiking in the mountains, making new friends, enjoying the wine and the festivals. It just never ends. We know that we'll never get bored, and if we do, it's our own fault. It is all out there, waiting for you to design. Once you open up to the options, you may find you can retire now, semi-retire, or work remotely. We had to figure out how to let go, sell our home and balance our pensions, Social Security, create a side income, and apply our investments and savings in order to be secure. We are here to tell you that yes, you can do this. Or what I really mean is, you can create an adventure to fulfill your dream.
What's your favorite thing about the island?
Sure. Well, it's hard to pin it down to one thing, but I can tell you what I do like. We can go on hikes every week, and we usually do. We concentrate on walking the levadas. The levadas are the man-made aqua channels that are moving the water from the wetter north side up in the mountains to the drier south side for all sorts of different applications, mainly agriculture. So there's I think there's like 2,000 miles. There's over 200 levadas and I think close to 2,000 miles of levadas. So we haven't nearly walked all of them yet. And so I love doing that. We've done things like you've gone the ocean swimming. We've done canyoning, which is rappelling down waterfalls.
I'm still holding you to that. We're going to do level 2 soon, right?
Okay, we'll see about that later. There's always something going on. It seems like there's a festival someplace on the island almost every week of the year. we drive everywhere. We drive to the top of the mountain. We can see the sunrise, and looking down on the clouds when the sun comes up is really special. It's you have to do it if you come here.
An
you have
island
to put
fever?
Island fever is non-existent with me. The island is small, but it's so mountainous and so varied in the different areas that it doesn't feel that small.
No,
I have not even got close. And even if we ever do, it's only an hour and 20-minute plane flight over to Lisbon or Porto, and we can go over there for a while. So
I've done that a couple times.
yeah, but island fever, I don't have it. It doesn't exist with us anyway, I don't think.
So I'm here to talk about, kind of how we all got started with it. Realistically, one day I was sitting talking to a friend of mine, and he was talking about Ecuador, that him and his wife were looking at moving to Ecuador. And I'm like, really? Well, how does one go about that? So he tells me all about this magazine that he gets, and he's like, oh, you should sign up for it. This is years ago. So I did. And from there, I started talking about it to Alan and to everyone. That started the research. We had already done all of the research in the United States that Alan spoke to earlier. So from there, because I'm the one that likes to build spreadsheets and worries about money and healthcare and all of those things, I started building spreadsheets, doing all the research that we could find with regards to cost of living, because part of our goal was to improve our quality of life and to find a place that we could live on Social Security alone if we had to. So that sky's the limit. Nothing could go wrong. We would be fine for 30 years. So that meant everything. That meant that we had to have good health care, that we needed a first world country, that we had to find a place where we felt comfortable, whether we were together or one of us was gone. It didn't hurt that Wolf decided to come with us, because that helped with everyone's comfort level, at least for the time that he decides to stay. My biggest fear was actually, what would I do if my husband was gone? He drives. I don't have to drive. It's really very nice. I just point and say, this is where I want to go, right? Well,
it's like, set everything up so I would be driving. I haven't touched the steering wheel since we got here.
Right, exactly. We just say, oh, we're going to go to the mainland, and Alan comes along so that we have a driver. Well, we like him more than that. He's allowed to come more often. So I wanted to talk to everyone about healthcare, because that is one of the biggest things outside of obviously the worries of, will we fit in? Can we afford this place? Running all the spreadsheets. But part of that was ensuring that we had enough money to cover ourselves if something happened with regards to health, and that the place that we were going to had the facilities that we need. We're aging, and we wanted to make sure that we could have the same level of care that we had in the United States. Being from the United States, we're told we have the best healthcare in the world, which we do. However, it's very expensive. And so that also means there's an implication that they don't have good healthcare other places, or it's not as good. And Wolf actually has a pre-existing condition. And have you found any issues with your care since we've been here?
I was waiting for that. No, I haven't. Not at all. In fact, it's been kind of funny. It's probably been better because from a monetary perspective, I don't feel pressured about whether I can actually go to get myself checked for if my condition's getting worse, or if I need to go back on medication, because at the current moment it's
under control.
It's under control, so that's good. But it was always a thing of, can I go right now, or should I wait like 6 months? Can I just wait? And here I don't have to worry about that, because the costs are so much lower, and the healthcare is great. The actual quality is great. So it's opened my eyes on that, because I don't know how true the hyping of the U.S. systems is. I mean, obviously, if you have tons of money, you could
buy anything.
cure anything,
Which
but
means here in Portugal, they have, so that everybody understands, they have a public program that after you become a temporary resident, you can apply for and become part of that. Your taxes that you pay are what helps to fund that. They also have a private care system that you can buy insurance for, and that insurance is probably 90% less than the insurance that we paid for in the United States, even when we choose to have that through a company. If it's offered through a company, it's still that much cheaper. For example, I had a CT scan recently, and it was $15 for a low-dose CT scan. So in the United States, that would have been thousands for anybody that doesn't know.
Now, wrapping everything up. Research the cost of living in order to narrow down the places to fit within your budget. Once you have an idea of the locations that fit, focus on researching the quality of life. Will it fit your needs? Be easy to get around? Do you need a car? Can you buy property if it is important to you? Do you need to learn a new language? Can you drink the water? You have your own boxes, so make sure to check them off. Visit places with an eye on how it feels to live there. This would be your scouting trip. Make the most of it by pre-planning tours to see the area as if you were on vacation. But since you will be living there, it is important that you visit the neighborhoods within your price range and to see if the non-tourist lifestyle fits how you dreamed. We recommend that you work with a real estate agent. Start before you leave your home country with a video call. Rent a car so you can see if you are able to comfortably drive. Set up an appointment with a tax attorney, both an expat U.S. tax attorney and one from the country you are visiting. Lastly, make sure your choice fits everybody going, not just one of you. Life is a gift. Enjoy your journey. We hope you continue to come along with us on our new adventure. We invite you to join our community. Life is short. We should have done this sooner. You can find us on YouTube and Patreon at It'll Be Fun. The next stage in your life is a journey. Ate Prisima.